What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Dokkan. Now, we know we've got the new Hellfighter in Android 17, actually, Android and Hellfighter, whatever you want to call it, incoming later this week, actually in a couple of days, I think it is. So, we need to talk about this unit, and we need to talk about the incoming banner. Now, looking at everything here, it's a really good unit, right? Join forces and target Goku, key +3, all stats 170, plus anyone on the androids category, which is a lot of units, get a boost up to 200%. So, very good skills there. Raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. Now, I like that and all, but really it should be the other way around if it's really going to be a long-term unit. But it is what it is. You know, defense means so much more in the modern era. I would just much prefer defense indefinitely boosting and then attack boosting once. Especially considering, you know, if you go look here at the passive, key 2 and attack and defense 100% plus additional key 1 and attack and defense 70% when allies attacking in the same turn or extreme class, which they almost always will be, with rare exception. Plus additional attack and defense 70% when performing an SA, which once again you should be doing all the time. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack, and launches an additional super attack for 4 turns from the start of a turn when the superclass when in battle with a superclass enemy. Chances of performing a critical hit and chances of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, increase 17% in the same turn with each attack performed. So that really means that you're not really going to be evading the first attack taken, and since he doesn't have a lot of defense, you really don't want this unit on the front line anyway. So, you know, that's not a deal breaker per se. You definitely want to put some double attack in this unit. Now, he does transform, or they transform into Super 17, so we'll take a look at that here in a minute. Fuses into Super 17 and can be activated when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. So we're really talking only happens in long-term fights. So Super 17, obviously the leader skill doesn't change. SA becomes raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. So the reality here is, I believe this is a passive, special fusion conditions. Yeah, so that would be the active skill. So you really don't want to transform him until you have your attack built up to a certain point. Causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. That greatly lowers defense is a nice addition, though. Though, in honesty, raising attack will do so much more. So, though, honestly, if you hit with successive attacks, that lowers defense could actually really help out. But the honest answer is you really don't want to transform into Super 17 until you already have all those other conditions set. Now, passive skill, key +3, of course, which we could predict. Attack and defense 170%, plus an additional attack 170%, which is insane. When performing an SA, reduces damage received by 34%, which is awesome. Plus an additional attack damage reduction of 17% for 4 turns from the start of a turn. Launches an additional attack that has a higher chance of becoming an SA within the same turn after receiving an attack. Plus additional defense plus 17%, which with each attack received up to 170%, which is very nice. Medium chance of performing a critical hit when there's a superclass enemy. Absorbs key blast super attacks directed at the character. Only super attacks, though. And recovers 34% of damage absorbed as HP when HP is 70% or less. Foresees enemies super attack when HP is 34% or less. So it could be very useful in some circumstances. But honestly, not all. It's a very conditional unit. Good unit, nevertheless, and I do like Super 17. I think the Super 17 transformation is really good. The problem is I would like Super 17 from the start, and having to wait 5 turns actually might be a deal breaker in some of the Super Battle Road type fights. Now, long-term fights, your legendary fights, your cell events, things like that, he is going to be a really fun unit to run. But in like Super Battle Road, you're probably going to run out, your opponent's going to run out of steam probably before you're able to activate the active skill. So, there's some question marks there for me. Let's talk about the banner here real quick, because I think that's the real condition here. So obviously you've got the new strength unit, and you get the Dr. Mew and Dr. Garo here on the as the side unit on the banner. We also have Tech Pan, which I've already been very critical of. I don't know if Tech Pan will actually be on this banner because I think she's new enough. I don't know if they'll include her. Would be interesting though. We have the Tech Androids, which I don't see that changing. We have AGL, the AGL Super 17, which I don't see changing. We have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which I don't see changing. And of course the physical Goten and Trunks, which I don't see changing. In the SRs, we'll only change if Pan changes. Pan might be traded out, though I do think that would be the big... I think that would be the big decision maker for a lot of people. Is she getting booted from this, or is she staying put? Hellfighter 17 and Super 17 aren't groundbreaking. I think even the JP players agreed. He was good for damage, but not very good for defense, and therefore, for many long-term events, kind of a big question mark. Like, he's like either a mid or background unit, definitely not a front runner. So, honestly, for me, I'll probably go in my usual, like, 3 turns, and if I get him, great. If I don't, I'm not going to lose sleep. And after that, then I'm just going pretty much all save mode until the anniversary drops. Well, maybe not till the anniversary drops, but until the next banner drops. We've been waiting a long time for a banner, so they might be slowing down. So we may only have one more banner between now and the anniversary. So it's a really good time to start saving, a really good time to start thinking about that. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and I'll be back with more Dokkan Battle really soon.